Today we're going to talk about how to create unlimited test data with the CORE HL7 Viewer. We have a basic scenario. We need to set up a new HL7 trading partner who's going to be sending us a high volume of HL7 messages. We need to import those into our system. We need to be able to provision resources, VPNs, SQL databases, etc. The problem is we need to be able to test exactly how our system will perform when it's exposed to a heavy load, and the only thing we've been given by the other side is one lonely example HL7 message from their system. Any system will work with only one message. We need to know how our system is going to perform after we've loaded thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of messages, and we can do all of this with the free CORE HL7 Viewer. Let's get started. Now we're working today with the CORE HL7 Viewer version 2.5. If you don't have the CORE HL7 Viewer, or if you're running an older version, go to our website and download the latest. Here's our single HL7 message that we were sent. Our problem is that we need lots and lots of these. We're going to follow these instructions up here. We're going to start by saving it to a new file. So I'm going to save this file. I'm going to put it right on the desktop, and I'm going to call it all messages. There it is. It's put on the desktop. This is it right here. Now I'm just going to do exactly what this says. File, save, save. It'll ask me, do I want to overwrite or append? I'm going to choose no. To append it, I'm going to choose yes to reload it, and click OK. Now I have two messages, and I'm going to continue to do this until I have the number of messages that I want in my store. Now, after saving and reloading 12 times, I now have 4,096 messages in my message store. 4,096 is a good number unless you've got tons and tons of memory on your computer. Remember, your CORE viewer uses memory. It doesn't just load from disk. So if your messages are really large, if you have too many messages, it'll start to get unwieldy. Now my problem is I have 4,096 messages, but they're all the exact same message. I need to transform them to make them unique. To do that, I hit this button on the toolbar. From here, I need to either create a script, or I have created a script already, let's say. I'm going to open a transformation script. I'm going to choose the example. This one comes with the CORE viewer, and you can use it and copy it and play with it if you want. But let's take a look at it. We're doing the MSH segment. We're putting a new message control ID in field 7. We're going to put a new message date. Timestamp, that's going to be down to the second. We're going to put an S there. In the PID segment, we're going to put a random last name, a random first name, a random middle initial, and then we're going to look at the ID fields, field 2.1, 3.1, and 4.1, and we're going to put random numbers in those. But this one is set. We're not going to add any new data. What we're looking at is saying we're only going to do this if it's not empty. So what we're saying here is if there's a value in field 4, component 1, replace it with a random 12-digit number. All I have to do is execute. There it is, transformed all 4,000 messages in about 2 seconds. Tells me all you got to do is close the window. Close the window, and now I have 4,096 unique messages. I'm done, and I can do this as many times as I want. And every time I do it, I'll have 4,096 new messages. Now I could save the file, only this time I could say overwrite it. So now I have that file that has 4,096 unique messages. And it gets better. Now let's say I want to put a load on my system. I have my CORE HL7 database engine, and it is out there. I'm going to point it at this particular profile. The services are running. I know. So what I can do is I can just export these messages. I want to export everything to a folder. Look there. Export. I'm going to open this folder, and there it is. And you can see our CORE schema engine is already picking them up. Now, the good part is I can do this as many times as I want. There's 4,000 messages. Transform. Close this. And export again. Saves my folder every time. And there they go. This time I don't want to open the folder. But I can cancel out of this. Transform again. And export. And here within just the length of this video, we've got 12,000 messages unique going into our database. And that is the end of it. That's how you create unlimited test data using the CORE HL7 Viewer. Please consider giving us a like and subscribe, and watch the other videos on how to use the CORE Viewer.